Hello, y'all. Welcome to Jackalope Tales, Urban Legends in Music, where we uncover, is that thing real or is that thing a jackalope tale? I'm your host, Charles Mooney.
And I'm Lisa Umbarger. And also with us today are our production crew, Jenny.
Hello.
Jeannie.
Hello.
Natalie.
Hello.
And on the board, a guy who identifies as a Kylie, Sam.
How did you know? That is my preference.
Kylie who?
Kardashian or Jenner.
Kardashians.
Well, Jenner, but
Oh, is
Kardashian.
she one of the Jenner?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all intertwined.
Oh, I know. It's kind of weird.
So today we're going to discuss the Kardashian curse.
Yeah.
And the
Kardashian cruise.
the Kardashian cruise. Wouldn't that be insane?
Oh, my God.
I would totally do a Kardashian cruise.
Oh, good God.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Right.
And then people just start disappearing.
Right.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, all the
Bad
men,
luck.
all the men
All the
start
men.
men start jumping ship.
And the women get filler. We're going to discuss the musicians who have fallen prey to their hexes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen this on TikTok, but
Yeah, you were telling me about some Kardashian curse.
right. So we're going to get into that later. But speaking of TikTok, have you noticed that TikTok Live is full of people cooking in their cars lately?
You were giving me some examples of some crazy things that are on TikTok Live. That may have been one of the top ones.
It's so weird. I don't know how I've fallen into this algorithm. So people dancing is gone, and it's filled with people sitting in their SUVs or trucks late at night and doing a
Wow.
TikTok Live, and they're making ramen noodles in their vehicles
Wow.
because they live in their car.
And see, back in my day, I would have just called that person homeless.
Exactly. They're not now. Now they're TikTok famous, and they're part of the whole cult of personality.
Wow. It's amazing what they come up with. I mean, it's definitely original. It seems like on TikTok, whatever the trend is, you just see everyone start to do it.
Right.
Now, has everyone started cooking out of the back of their car yet? Or is this just a select few?
There's a lot of them. It's so weird.
Wow.
But I guess because I watched one of them, now all of them show up in my feed. Like there's this one girl who like fixes these crazy full meals, like 3-course meals
What?
in the back of her car.
Wow. Do they have a little table set up outside?
No, they eat inside because it's cold out.
Oh.
So it's cold out right now. So they're all bundled up, and several of them have dogs that they travel with, and people.
You're making me jealous.
Doesn't that sound nice and free?
Whatever that is, I want.
Sam wants some cozy cooking.
There's
Give me
this
freedom
one,
in a car and owning nothing else.
right, and just in your
No
car,
other possessions.
right, and making ramen in the back.
Yep.
With
you're
your
free.
dog Clover.
Yeah.
That's one of the dogs I remember. I remember the dogs' names, but I don't remember the people's names. It's so bad.
And didn't you say they also, people will donate money to them?
Yeah, so TikTok Live, people give you charms and galaxies, and it's worth money.
Yeah.
So they actually get paid for doing TikTok Lives.
Wow.
I sound really old saying this. Like, them kids are making money doing TikTok Lives. They're on the TikTok.
Right.
Dude, but I found this whole society of people that are living in a different way that's just really strange and unusual to me.
And
the lady that made pancakes, those look delicious. I will just tell you right now.
Had her own little griddle back
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
SUV pancakes look so good.
That's cool. Well, hey.
I don't know, maybe
seems to be working for them.
So, Sam, are we going to be watching you make ramen or something soon?
Shit, I hope so.
Yeah, what would be your cooking
Yeah, what's your-
specialty in the back of the car?
I don't know. Fucking chicken nuggets or something.
How are you going to make those on the little open Bunsen burner flame?
I don't know. I mean, how do they make 3-course meals? I feel like, necessity is the mother of invention.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
Maybe you just like get a solar panel and a microwave.
Ah.
Sitting back there making pizzas and whatnot.
Getting the car smelling like popcorn.
Right.
Yeah. Burnt popcorn. So, yeah, with this whole Kardashian thing, I actually needed my wife's help on this one. So I asked Courtney, not the same spelling as this one. I started to notice that all the girls have a K
Right.
at the start of their name. So I had asked my wife, who do we have here? Because I'm
Who's
not that
who?
familiar. Yeah. So we've got Courtney, who's the oldest,
Okay.
then Kim, and then Chloe, and then weird one, Rob.
Oh, yeah, Rob.
There's a boy. There
Yeah.
was a boy. And then their parents are Kris Jenner and Robert Kardashian. Remember old
Yep.
O.J. Simpson? And then you got where Kris married Bruce Jenner and their kids, Kendall and Kylie. My God.
There's so many.
What a cast of actors.
Right.
That's amazing.
Can you imagine living in that household, the estrogen that's flowing through there? That's got to be insane.
That's why the houses are so huge.
So they
that
stay away from
the
each other.
estrogen goes up to the ceiling. So I found out all the different people that are involved in this.
Right. I'm not
Play.
very familiar with the Kardashians either. I haven't been. I mean, I know who Kim is,
Right.
but that's about as far as I go into Kardashian
Right.
territory.
Right. But when you look at their relationships, it does make you think, what the hell is going on
Right.
here?
Is there really a curse?
Yeah, because you did mention some of the kids have mentioned the curse on their show.
Yeah, so they mentioned it on the show. So here's what the curse is. So if you look at there's so many threads on TikTok about this.
And the reason why we're tying this into our show is because they've dated many, many musicians.
Right.
And
Who
so
have fallen prey to this. So
yeah. So go on about the curse.
yeah, so the curse is that there was an Armenian ancestor of the Kardashians, a woman, who made a deal with some witches.
Cool.
And they cast a spell that assured that the women in the family would have money, fame, and success.
Is this a Disney movie?
I know it kind of sounds like that, right?
Yeah.
And the men that they come in contact with will be cursed with bad luck.
Wow.
So let's make the case. Let's start looking at some of these musicians.
Yeah. And of course, the most obvious one to look at first of the Kardashian family has got to be Kim.
Oh my God. Yeah, she's chewed through so many men.
So just to even touch on those, her first husband was a music producer named Damon Thomas.
Yeah.
And I think they had worked with Lionel Richie and some other
Right.
big names. But see, Kim was 19 when she married him.
I didn't realize she was that young. when that
Yeah.
happened.
And the whole big kicker about it is supposedly, and she's even said this, that was her first time she had tried ecstasy, and she got married while under the influence of ecstasy.
God.
And it ended, the whole relationship ended with Kim claiming abuse, Damon saying she cheated on him. But there's our first subject. I don't hear much about this guy anymore.
Right.
And it seems like whenever someone gets involved with a Kardashian, that automatically raises you to a whole new level.
Right. But that
In
was
media.
before.
Was it before?
I think that was before. So where Kim started really hitting the radar, it seems like it was the Ray J sex tape.
Okay. And that was actually the second relationship.
Yeah, and that's the one that hit my radar where everyone started hearing about Kim Kardashian, and it actually propelled her.
Oh, see, I know, because Ray J is an American R&B singer.
Right, he had a couple of minor hits.
Yeah. And this sex tape came out in 2007, and it was quote unquote leaked.
Right, and Ray J says that Kim leaked it, and he hasn't talked a whole lot about it because the public opinion of him soured from the tape and was with Kim, it totally elevated her.
Now, see, I don't know if you know about this connection too, is that Kim met Ray J while she was working as a stylist for his sister, Brandy.
Right. I did
Ah.
not know that connection. I knew that his sister was Brandy, but
Yeah.
she was a stylist for Brandy.
Yeah, and that's how she met Ray J.
Yeah.
The so many rumors about how that sex tape got out. I mean, Ray J's claiming that Kim was jealous of Paris Hilton.
Right.
And her sex tape.
So she leaks one.
Yeah.
Ray J seems to kind of believe the curse.
Ah.
And he started talking about the sex tape where, he was really quiet about it for a lot of years because, he was getting beat up about it.
Right.
But he's starting to talk about it now, and he's starting into the whole thing that Kim's not, all she says she is. And yeah. And,
trying to tarnish that image.
yeah. He's going after it, but he's kind of going from the same angle that maybe there is a curse because he says that he feels it.
See, and then the most obvious relationship that Kim has had where someone has gone off the deep end, her and Kanye.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my word. I just saw on some show yesterday where Kanye was wearing like a black stocking
On his face?
on his face, and I think he goes by Yee now. But that's going to a whole nother level of insanity. It's like the curse really hit him.
Yeah, it seemed to hit him
Full
hard.
on.
Yeah. He reportedly lost $1.6 billion of his net worth
Oh, God.
while he was with Kim.
Wow.
And of course, there was some little anti-Semitic rants that happened on Twitter and stuff, but
Yes.
kind of
Yeah, I've heard too that he did some interviews where it's so insane. He was saying things like he liked Hitler, I love Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
such a
Things that are just nuts. Now, the funny thing is, you remember me mentioning Brandy as Rob J's sister?
Ray J's, yeah.
Or Ray J's. See, I'm still trying to get all these names straight. But Kim met Kanye when he was recording a song with Brandy.
Really?
Yeah. So Brandy is like the catalyst for a lot of these relationships.
Maybe she's in on the whole curse thing.
Oh, and I knew you'd like this because Kim and Kanye did a Star Wars themed video together where she was Princess Leia and he was a stormtrooper. And that's how they really started having a relationship.
Don't bring Star Wars into this.
It was the Force, I'm telling you. They got jacked by the Force. But
So
yeah.
those are three pretty high level musicians that were kind of churned up in the wheels, especially Kanye. I mean, I wonder about his mental health before and during, but I can't imagine being a part of this whole Kardashian craziness and coming out the other side okay anyway.
Oh, no. It's the ultimate test of sanity.
I think so.
Yeah. Now, we've talked about Kim, but the daughter, Chloe, she dated rapper French Montana in 2014, and they dated after she had divorced Lamar Odom.
Which that's an athlete. But
if we had a sports show, we could talk about how the curse screwed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, French Montana,
He actually is still performing and doing some stuff.
Yeah.
But not at the level he was when he was in the Kardashian realm.
Right. Much more on a lower profile.
Right.
And then you have Kylie, who's another sister, dating, or did she marry Tyga or dated?
I think they just dated. But maybe they were engaged. But yeah, look at Tyga now. Because Tyga was the hottest he was on everyone's tracks.
Oh.
So
And now, from what I understand, he met her because he's a rapper and he was performing at Kylie's Sweet 16 party. And then a year later, Kylie had her 17-year-old party at Tyga's house.
oh, okay.
And then 2 days after that party, Tyga and his wife, Blac Chyna, split up.
Okay, now we're getting into the Rob Kardashian thing with Blac Chyna.
Yes. And the age difference, this was kind of iffy too. Kylie's 17 and Tyga's 25. So,
I don't think Kris Jenner cared. Seriously, I
love
don't.
the publicity.
Yeah, I mean, everything feels like a giant publicity machine anyway, so
Yeah.
I don't think mom was that strict about stuff.
Yeah. And so, like you were saying, Tyga didn't come out of it very well.
No.
So, another instance where the curse impacted.
He's having trouble building his career back up. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, for a while, seriously, he was on every single track.
Right.
It seemed like a guest on everyone's track.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a kiss of death if you start to date a Kardashian.
yeah.
It's, but see, like you were saying, the curse was for the women to prosper.
Right.
And like we mentioned earlier, you've got Rob, who's the
Right.
one son, and it's like the curse worked against him
Right.
because, who did he date? Adrian
From the Cheetah Girls?
Adrian from the Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
And that was one where it lasted a couple years and then they broke up because he cheated on her.
Right.
Was the story. Oh, and then there's another girl that's done some Disney Channel stuff.
Right.
And then you've got him having a relationship with Blac Chyna.
And that's the one where it gets really, really crazy
Because-
for him.
Blac Chyna married to Tyga.
Does it feel incestuous too?
It feels like Arkansas. Yeah.
Right. Moving around the pieces on the chessboard.
It's like they have their own little community, and you just don't go outside the community. You just kind of stay within.
Right. Their little dating pool.
Yeah. God forbid you date the fast food guy at Wendy's.
Yeah.
I mean, don't even go that route.
With Blac Chyna, did you read about all of the legal stuff that Rob got pulled into with Blac Chyna?
No, I was seeing some of it. But
So it totally tanked him because there's lawsuits and craziness. And Blac Chyna was his undoing.
oh my gosh.
So he actually suffered from the curse.
See, that's what happens. And he's the boy. So
Right.
the curse didn't work for him
Right.
by any means.
And then you got the Travis Scott,
Oh, yeah.
Kylie Jenner connection, which, I mean, I think most people remember that in 2021 that 10 people perished at his show at Astroworld.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And he is not doing well after that. He didn't handle it well. He didn't handle the press well.
Yeah.
And I don't think he handled the press well when he was in the Kardashian realm either, because he dated Kylie in 2017.
Yeah.
So a few years later, and he hasn't been able to change his trajectory.
Right.
It's been kind of sinking slowly.
Golly.
Yeah.
It's like it's just do not touch should be the sign on the Kardashian house.
Right.
It's like, no, stay away from that place.
Now, on the show, the Kardashians were discussing the curse.
Yeah.
And they
yeah.
said that they feel like it's super sexist.
Oh.
That if they were men, they wouldn't be, they wouldn't be under such scrutiny.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I mean, it's really hard to say because the media really does seem to put them in a bad light just based on all the relationships they have.
Right.
And things like that. And yeah, you really don't hear too much detail about guys and the relationships that they have.
Right. Jenny, are you a Kardashian person?
I am not a Kardashian person, but I have friends who are Kardashian people, so I sometimes get things by osmosis.
So do you think that all the talk of this curse is a sexist thing?
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
I do. I think we were just having this conversation in here, actually. I think anytime people start bashing on the Kardashians, it starts with like earned criticism, but eventually turns into misogyny. And I actually said to Natalie, like, we need to make sure that we stay on actual criticisms and facts and not delve into misogyny by accident, because people don't even realize it's like wading into shallow water and then suddenly you're in the deep end and you're being misogynistic and don't even realize it.
Right.
Even as a woman, like we accidentally sometimes delve into the waters of misogyny because it's so ingrained in who we are and what we know. So yeah, I totally think that.
Yeah.
So
I also think that they're like big time opportunists and super annoying, but but that's separate from their femininity.
Yeah, so I brought up a point with Charles that Taylor Swift is under the same kind of scrutiny for her serial dating and has from the time her career started.
It's like, oh, she wrote this song about this guy and that guy and all
but
that.
It doesn't seem like she's had the tragedy involved. So I don't know if like the Kardashians are magnets for attracting people who are flawed.
As a person who has been attracted to many a flawed male, I can tell you that that's not exclusive to the Kardashians. There are a lot of flawed males. Whatever therapy they need to make them make better choices in partners has nothing to do with the fact that they're also opportunists.
Right. But I mean, you don't see the tragedy though with Taylor Swift.
No.
With her, the guys that she's dated, they've gone on and they do great things. Look at Harry Styles.
Right.
So,
right. I think it's also probably because they don't marry those people. She doesn't marry any of those people.
Good point.
Those relationships don't seem to be as like in depth. Natalie's making good points over here too. So
let's hear it, Natalie.
Kendall dated Harry Styles. He's cool.
Oh yeah, Kendall did date him.
Yeah, she's saying like Kendall dated Harry Styles and he didn't.
So maybe Kendall's not cursed.
I honestly think they tend toward people with problems because they either have I can fix him gene, which I personally have suffered from in the past, and hopefully it's in the past. That comes down, right? Like that's a learned behavior from your parent, and then ultimately all the siblings end up in that same boat. I think it's who they are and who they're attracted to and not entirely their fault.
Right.
Now, do people suffer mental illness and other things, and then that's exacerbated by being on the camera and being around these people in this situation that's stressful? Sure.
Yes. See, that's what I think. I think that everything is amplified in the Kardashian churn.
Yeah, because it's something where here it is, but then it ends up being a week's worth of news.
Right. They can look totally normal, and then they get brought into that microscope that's crazy.
I think it's just all of that we've talked about, the misogyny, the whole aspect of them craving attention, but then the attention is detrimental to them. All of that just combines to just make one cesspool of chaos.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's just crazy, crazy chaos.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do well.
No, I wouldn't either.
But I think it's funny that they're acknowledging the curse.
Yeah.
And addressing it. And it's something that I'm pretty sure originated on TikTok. So, some
of course it did.
Some guy sitting making ramen noodles in the back of his SUV was like, I've got this crazy theory. There's a curse.
Yeah.
And now they're having to address it on their show.
Oh, God.
And we're talking about it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know about the Kardashians.
But you learned a bit today, didn't you?
I did.
Are you better for it?
No. I'm not.
Don't you want to ponder that question a little bit longer before you answer?
I don't even need to. I'm not better for it.
I just know my brain hurts from all these names.
Yeah, I don't even know all their names.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how bad I am of a Kardashian follower. And I don't begrudge them and their success and stuff, because however you can do it, good on you, man.
Oh, yeah. I know, because Kim, she's done those things for falsely imprisoned people.
Yep. So they're trying to do good.
They are, at least. But it doesn't seem to be wiping the curse away. Hey, it's that 1-star moment.
It's the 1-star salute, y'all. The Lone Star salute.
There ain't no curse on the 1-star salute.
There's not.
No. It's just all wholesome anger.
And honesty.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's some honesty involved here.
Man.
But, yeah, we definitely are going to focus on people that are upset or angry about bands, music,
performances,
venues, you name it.
Right.
If they didn't like it, they gave a 1-star, and we're going to read it.
All right.
So
Let's do it.
Yeah, what do you have today?
I have a review of Utopia by Travis Scott.
Oh, okay.
Right. And we were talking about how Travis Scott was having trouble rejuvenating his career. This was a huge album that was released.
Do you know when this was released in correlation to his relationship with the Kardashian?
It was 3 years after.
Oh, okay.
I had to do math in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is after.
Okay.
This aftermath. And this person says, I think I have a theory why Travis Scott hasn't really been able to escape the lingering shadows of the crowd crush nightmare in 2021. Because if you look at everything he said, and even in his art nearly the past decade, he's a cipher. A shallow hedonist who built a temple in his swampy rage and dares you to get lost in it like he did.
Oh.
I was like,
whoa,
man.
Getting sucked into the swamp.
Right.
God.
Which I think that, might have a little bit to do with the Kardashian stuff, too.
Yeah.
He goes on to say, Utopia feels like a mid-2010s DC blockbuster movie where every studio note adds more bloat and takes away from a weak, nihilistic story where the heroes are reassured that they don't owe the world a thing and we are simply to be in awe of their presence. Minus the smoke, I'm no longer mesmerized. Cannot and will not recommend this album. This guy can actually write, too.
I know. He really could. I was impressed with some of the expressions he had.
Right. And that album, when he released it, it tanked.
Oh.
It totally tanked.
See, that curse kicking in.
Yep.
And I mean, what? And he was on such a high before the relationship.
And he had a lot of money behind it. And he did a lot of, I think Nicki Minaj was on that album. So he was pulling in some heavy hitters to try and prop it up.
Oh, no.
Did not work.
Ouch.
Yep.
Oh, well, the other one I have is a fish in the barrel here, but Kanye.
Okay.
It's for his album Late Registration.
I like that record.
Do you?
I do,
well,
yeah.
Let's compare it to what this person says. This is Luke, and he titles his review one word, garbage.
Ooh.
Ever had blood profusely oozing from your ears? Well, if you haven't and want to experience it, buy the Late Registration CD.
Man.
I would rather pay $15 to watch 4 monkeys hump a football than ever listen to another track from this CD again. You know those times when you just need a hug from mom? Well, after I listened to this CD, it was one of those times. So all in all, grabbing some 100 grit sandpaper and rubbing one out till bleeding or chafing occurs would be more pleasurable than listening to this. Too bad this cocky racist did not get washed away by Hurricane Katrina. That's freedom of speech for you.
Yeah. Holy cow.
But now, what do you like about the album?
I just thought it was produced well.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some
yeah.
catchy tracks on there. It was produced well.
Right.
I think that was one of the first Kanye albums I bought. I actually went out and bought it.
Yeah.
Bought a CD.
And now it's like, oh. And it was a challenge to find some 1-star reviews for Kanye.
Right.
His early stuff.
Right. His early stuff.
Yeah. I think you can find a plethora
Right.
of people's opinion about him now, which with his crazy rants, I totally get it.
I think the most sad thing for me with the Kanye demise, and I hope he figures his way out of it, is he was producing a lot of great albums at the time.
Yeah.
So he had all these young artists that he was working with and producing and discovering, and that seems to have dried up and gone away. And I loved his production stuff.
I'm almost wondering if it's the musicians don't want to have anything to do with him because he's in such a situation.
I mean, think about that. If you're trying to create something in a studio and you had that kind of level of crazy and chaos, I mean, I think he's a genius in the studio.
Yeah.
People can argue with me, but it's just sad that
Yeah.
he's not producing anymore. Besides creating music himself.
Yeah.
But, I think that we lost a lot of great music that could have happened.
He is definitely the ultimate sign of the curse.
So much so, man.
He got the curse like all on him.
Yeah.
So.
If he's carrying the hex on him.
Oh, yeah.
He probably walks in the room, you can see it in his aura.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you can't see his eyes. He's wearing
that
black ski mask
Right.
now. Oh, God.
Well, once again, Jackalope Tales has established ourselves to be experts on curses and cursing. And we're going to continue our tireless research. And we encourage you to join us on our quest for the truth of uncovering Jackalope Tales.
Oh, yeah. We're going to share everything.
All of it.
We'll share it and then check on it later.
Right. Right. Well, thank you for listening, and follow our links in the show notes to find us on the socials, and please check out our YouTube channel.
Yes, subscribe, rate, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and anywhere else you get your podcast.
And please sign our petition and make Willie Nelson's birthday a state holiday.
Birthday.
Definitely.
I want another holiday. So
I
that
totally
would be
need
perfect.
one.
I know.
Definitely.
And it's in April, so.
Right. And join us next time as we question, is it real or is it a jackalope tale?
And we'll figure it out.